Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the score was 142-130. Lakers get the victory at home against the Bulls. First quarter, Bulls 26, Lakers 26. Second quarter, Lakers 41, Bulls 36. Same thing in the third quarter, 41 for the Lakers, 36 for the Bulls. In the fourth quarter, Lakers 34, Bulls 32. So very high scoring stuff going on, to say the least, man. The very high scoring stuff going on. Let's see what the team stats shows us. The Lakers shot 55 of 99 from the field, 56%. The Bulls 54%, 51 of 95. From the three-point line, the Bulls shot 15 of 36 for 42%. Lakers 17 of 36 for 47%. From the free throw line, Lakers 71%, 15 of 21. The Bulls 13 of 16 for 81%. Both teams had 41 rebounds, 14 offensive boards for the Lakers, 12 for the Bulls. 32 assists for the Lakers, 35 for Chicago. 9 steals for LA, 7 for Chicago, 4 blocks for LA, 3 for Chicago. 10 turnovers for the Lakers, 18 points off of those. 16 turnovers for the Bulls, 17 points off of those. 24 fast break points for the Bulls, 13 for the Lakers. 66 points in the paint for the Bulls, 72 for the Lakers. Large lead of the game for the Bulls was 7, and for the Lakers it was 22. We led 81% of the times. The Bulls led 13% of the time. All right, let's start with the losing Bulls. Jalen Smith, 30 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from the 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 3 offensive boards, minus 18. Modest Buzelis, 35 minutes, 22 points, 7 of 19 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3, 4 of 5 from the line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, minus 25. Leonard Miller, 31 minutes, 15 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 offensive rebounds, minus 11. Jones, 32 minutes, 18 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 offensive boards, minus 14. Giddey, 40 minutes, 27 points, 10 of 17 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 8 rebounds, 15 assists, 6 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards, minus 8 for Josh. Nick Richards, 26 minutes, 15 points, 7 of 9 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, minus 7. Ubrick, 6 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 block, plus 6. Dillingham, 29 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, plus 10 for Rob Dillingham. And Kawamura, 10 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field and 3, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, plus 7. And for the LA Lakers, man, LeBron James, 33 minutes, 18 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 6 from the line, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, plus 12. I like how LeBron approached this game. He wasn't looking to do too much on the scoring side. He was looking to do more of the energetic, Banshee-like things, giving us more of what we needed and less of what we didn't. He started to attack a little more in the second half. Getting to the line, dunking the ball, stuff like that. The 4 turnovers could have been better, but I like the 3 stocks there, and the 7 assists were pretty good. I thought he played a really good, energetic game, and he asserted himself in areas that help in the utility side of the game, rather than just looking for a shot the whole time. So I think that's a better way to approach this, given that we have so many players that need shots. LeBron taking 13 shots is clean, hitting 7 of them. That's good efficiency overall. Didn't start off that way, but it ended that way because he got easy buckets in the second half. So I like this game. I thought this was a clean game. He was a complimentary piece, and that's more so what fits this roster a bit more. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do that every night, but I do think it helps a lot if he can kind of exert his energy in those areas more often for this unit. Rui Hachimura, 40 minutes, 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 offensive board, plus 16. Rui playing his game, a very efficient game. 40 minutes is a lot of minutes for Rui Hachimura, but I like the 10 attempts, very efficient. I always want more from him from the rebounding, assists, steals, blocks category, but he rarely gives me what I ask for in that way. So this is a clean Rui game. This is what you expect from Rui, and I think if he really wants to take the next step, he's going to have to commit to working on those other areas, man. Basketball is more than just hitting shots, man. It is. And if you're going to be out there for 40 minutes, you only walk away with 1 board, 1 assist, 1 steal. I'm not a fan of that. But I thought he was very efficient. And in the areas that his game, he played well. He played a good Rui game. DeAndre Ayton, 37 minutes, 23 points, 10 to 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 offensive rebounds plus 9. Great game for Ayton, man. Great game for Ayton. He clashed the glass pretty good. Very efficient night. This looks like the Ayton we had in the first half of the season when we were singing his praises. I don't know why he can't do this more often, but 6 offensive rebounds, excellent. No turnovers, very good. And just, only missing 3 shots on 13 attempts. That's fantastic. That's what we need from him. If he does that every night, we're going to win games, man. Problem is, that's not what we get from him every night. And that's the problem. But we'll take it when we can get it, and we appreciate it. Luka Doncic, game ball, of course. When you hear this stat line, you'll know exactly why Luka requires the game ball this evening. 37 minutes, 51 points, 17 of 31 from the field, 9 of 14 from the 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, plus 15, only 1 turnover on the night. This was a stellar, legendary Luka Doncic game, man. Legendary Luka Doncic game. He was awesome. And in the areas that we are most focused on, 9 of 14 from the 3 is superb. 8 of 9 from the free throw line, also superb, and 1 turnover, also superb. This was one of his best games as a Laker. It just was, man. He was unbelievable. And I respect the fact that he was 1 assist away from the triple-double, 50-point triple-double, and did not care to stay out there to get it. He had made a clean pass to Rui Hachimura for a corner 3 that would have given him that 10 assists. Rui wasn't able to knock it down. But he didn't want to chase it. He did not want to chase it, and I thought that was very respectable. He probably shouldn't have had to be out there as long as he did because we were up by double digits the majority of the fourth quarter, but that's just how JJ operates. He tends to keep his starters out there, especially when the other team is bad. As we talked about the con, this was yet another example of that. But I thought the Bulls were keeping it close enough to where it's not too much to complain about. They were keeping it just within 9-12 range, so where you're not quite comfortable calling the game a win. But ultimately, I thought that Luka Doncic played a phenomenal game. It's one of my favorite Luka games of his Laker career. One of my favorites. Austin Reeves, 39 minutes, 30 points, 13 of 20 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 18. He was also stellar, too. And this is the 3rd game in a row where I've counted he's essentially played better in the second half than he did in the first. First half was pretty solid. It wasn't a bad first half, unlike the other 2 games. But he really turned it on coming out of the locker room in the 3rd quarter and just continued to just go. And the 3-point shot was falling really well tonight. He was crossing people up, dancing and hitting shots. I mean, this was a really, really fun Austin Reeves game. And it's good to see him kind of snapping out of that slump. I like the 7 assists. I like the 5 boards. All of that is really positive. And I just thought that he was yet another superstar out there for the Lakers, giving us work. So let's look at our bench, and boy, there ain't a whole lot to look at there. Vanderbilt, 10 minutes, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 offensive board, -3. Drew Timme, 4 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field or 1 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 offensive rebound, -7. Jake LaRavia, 21 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, +13. Luke Kennard, 20 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 steals, -13. That's it. That's all it was. Everybody else got DMPs. The bench gave you a total of 5 points. 2 from Timme, 3 from Kennard. Kennard had his worst shooting night of his Laker career, but he didn't turn the ball over. So we're happy with that. And also got 3 stocks, so we're really happy with the other areas, but this was a bad shooting night for him. LaRavia is continuing to struggle, but he did the Banshee things. A block there, 2 offensive boards. I still think you're messing with his psyche when you leave him on the bench, and I don't love that about him. But he's so much better of a basketball player when he starts. You can give him the same minutes, put him in that starting lineup, and he's gonna give you a big line. It's just who he is, and it's who he's proven himself to be through a season at this point. And Drew Timme was only out there for 4 minutes. Vando is not a scorer. You don't get nothing out of him in that regard. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. That's not the greatest night from Vando, but I thought his energy was good. And I mean, this is what you get. I mean, starters were superb. They carried the load. They got a massive amount of minutes against a sub 500 team. This is what I've been telling you about. I like that we won this game. I didn't particularly hate this game. I like all of what I saw, but fundamentally, I don't like this approach at all. It's just is what it is. The same thing I said about the Indy game. I don't like this approach. You had all the players that you use to do all of your heavy lifting playing even more minutes in this game than they would against most games. This is a game against a team that is tanking 27-39. And most of them 27 came in the first half of their season. They've since turned the corner into a tanking ball club. This is the game where you want to use your young players. They didn't even have their best players out there. They were playing their young players. And we ran Rui, Ayton, LeBron, Doncic, and Reeves basically 40 minutes a game for the game. It's only 48 minutes in the game. It's a con that JJ runs as a coach, where he solidifies wins against bad teams. And it's just like he won't leave any room for a chance of us losing the game. And I guess if you have the philosophy that if you beat all of the bad teams, you can get away with losing all the good teams and still make the playoffs. And that's the con. But it is a con. It's not on the up and up, because at the end of the day, you're not developing the back of your bench, and you're forcing all of the guys who are already tired, who are already doing all your heavy lifting, to do even more against lesser teams. And when they run into better teams, they don't have as much to hand the game, because they've been run into the ground in these easy victory situations. I think it's the opposite approach. Me, I would have loved to have seen some Adou-Thiero, some Bronny James, some Bufkin, some Connect for most of the second half of this basketball game. And you rest LeBron, you rest Doncic, you rest Reeves, and you have them ready for the Denver game. That's what logic tells me. You do not run your team, your most important players, into the ground against the tanking Chicago Bulls. It's not the right approach. It's not. These are the games you use to get other people involved so that you can develop those guys. He is neglecting to develop those guys like many other coaches around the league, and it's a glorified con. I cannot stress it enough. It's a con, bro. And it's a double entendre. It's a con in the sense it's not a pro, because the pro aspect of it would essentially allow for more of your team to use more, so you're resting your players and developing your players more. So as it pertains to pros and cons, you get the point. And then it's a con because it's a damn con, man. This is a scam. This is a freaking scam. I can't stress it enough. But all in all, it was fun to watch. Scored 142 points doing it. And I guess you can say that we gained some chemistry between LeBron, Austin, and Luka, which is a priority for our roster. And Ayton played well, and he's been getting his minutes cut as of late. So it was a great opportunity for him to have big minutes and play a full game for a change. And he should be well rested doing so. And the only reason why that happened, to be honest with you, is because, of course, Jackson Hayes and Maxi Kleber are still out with injuries. So it's just Ayton by necessity, but he's doing great with it. So you got to appreciate that for him. And so that's really what it is, man. Another night where the Lakers play a bad team, and Dalton Connect, Thiero, Bufkin, and Bronny don't even get on the floor. I loathe this to no end. As a fan of player development, and as somebody who absolutely believes in player development as a means of making my team more capable, especially come playoff time, I know this is going to bite JJ in the butt. I know it is. Most teams that do this, it bites them in the butt. Because there's going to be a time where you're going to need to rely on those players you didn't play, and they ain't going to be any good because you didn't play them. It doesn't work. But I don't think it's meant to work, and that's why I call it a con. I don't think these people actually think it's going to work. I just think they think it's going to cover their behinds from night to night and give them the wins that ultimately make it look like they should be keeping their damn job. That's why it's a con. So, that's really what I have to say about that. Let's look at the standings, and we're very happy about the standings tonight. Let me tell you, we are happy about where we're at. We know we got a tough game against the red-hot Denver Nuggets, who did beat the San Antonio Spurs after being down by 20 tonight. I wish the Spurs would have handled business, but Wemby did not go, and they needed him. They needed him bad against Jokic tonight, who went for a triple-double with like 20-something boards as usual. OKC, first place, 52-15. They beat the Celtics tonight in a thriller as well. San Antonio, 48-18. Despite the loss this evening, they're still in second place. And the Lakers, third place, 41-25. A half game above Houston at 40-25 in fourth place. Denver, fifth place, 41-26. Who are also technically tied with the Houston Rockets for fourth. Minnesota, a half game behind them in sixth place, 40-26. Phoenix, 39-27 in seventh place. Eighth place, Clippers, 33-32. Ninth place, Golden State, 32-33. 10th place, Portland, 31-35. And outside looking in is the Memphis Grizzlies at 23-42, 7.5 games out of the playoff picture. So the Lakers are in third place, man. Congratulations to all of us, especially to the guys out there who've played hard. We really, really want to congratulate them for climbing themselves into third place, at least for a moment. At least for a moment. We'll see where we all land at the end of this thing, because these 4 or 5 teams are going to be battling all the way through, but at least we get to be in third place tonight. And we feel good about it. We were actually in third place for about an hour last night, but then things shook up rather quickly. But yeah, we're solidified in third place by ourselves, not tied with anybody for it right now. So you gotta love that for the LA Lakers, who've really taken advantage of a very soft part of the schedule. And the con is working. It's securing these wins we need to put ourselves in this position. So that's really where we're at, man. Third place, LA. How about it, man? Gotta love that. The Suns did win their game against the Pacers, as I figured they would. No surprise there. Nuggets beat the Spurs. I already said that. Thunder beat the Celtics. Said that. Lakers beat the Bulls. And everything else that took place tonight is really none of our concern. Eastern Conference nonsense. So that's really what it is, man. Lakers next up here in LA. We got to play the same old Nuggets team that we just saw. But when we saw the Nuggets team, we were really struggling. We were not the version of ourselves we are right now. We feel like we can go in to our building on, what the hell day is that? Saturday, I guess that's what it is, and give the Nuggets a much better run. I believe we can give the Nuggets a better run than what we were able to give them last time. Hopefully that's how it turns out, but the Nuggets really are red hot, man. Jamal Murray went for like 36 tonight as well, or something like that. So yeah, we know they're going to have a lot of confidence coming into this building on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern on ABC. And that's the final game of our homestand. We'll go on the road for 6 of them, starting with Houston and ending with Indy. And that's going to be a very important road trip as well for us. So hopefully it'll go a lot better than the homestand did. The previous homestand did, where we were like 500. But we're getting it together right now with this homestand. And you got to feel good about just, where the Lakers are as far as their offense is concerned. You consider we dropped 142 points on this Bulls team. There were moments in this basketball game that were not great, though. I think you saw a little bit of the best of the Lakers and the worst of the Lakers tonight. You saw lulls where we couldn't seem to stop a layup. Rob Dillingham laying the ball up repeatedly. Leonard Miller laying the ball up repeatedly. Very annoying stuff. And then you saw things where the Lakers, rebounded the ball very well, playing with a lot of energy. You saw opportunities where the Lakers are also leaving people basically unattended to get offensive rebounds, not boxing people out, essentially securing our defensive boards. You saw situations where the Lakers were hitting a lot of shots. You saw some lulls where we weren't necessarily running our offense very well. You saw a little bit of everything tonight with the Los Angeles Lakers. Some of our best and some of our worst ball was all played in one basketball game, but you, from quarter to quarter, saw us really running up the score against the Chicago team that couldn't defend us at all, man. 2 41-point quarters in this game, a 34-point quarter. I mean, this is one of our highest scoring games of the season. And I just think that this was a very clean ball game when you consider both teams shot over 50% from the field and over 40% from three. I mean, you just don't see that very often. A very clean game. A lot of individual performances that were fantastic. Once again, the Lakers get over 30 assists, so we like that for ourselves. We hover above that. We feel great about our offense. And yeah, that's really what comes to mind, man. That's what comes to mind. Good stocks night. I had 13 stocks as a team. So the production was there. And it all came from 5 people, because Lord knows our bench was not able to do a damn thing. That's the God's honest truth. You're not going to see too many games where the team scores 142 points and you only get 5 points out of your bench. That's unheard of. It's not something I think you'll see again. I hope not, honestly. So yeah, that's what it is, man. Another sub 500 basketball team getting whooped on by this LA Laker team with our young players not getting better at all within it. I hate it. But we're in 3rd place. I love that. Good game, LA. Video 44. I thank y'all for watching.